Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're a returning subscriber. My name is Chitra Moon. Today we're going to look at why people reject you. Why do they dismiss you? Why are they even maybe nasty or mean to you? We have 5 beautiful images in front of you. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to choose one. Please also feel free to choose more than one if you feel guided to. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. If not, feel free to also pause the video, but that countdown is going to start now. Okay, so if you were guided to pile 1, wow, we are going to start off with quite the bang here. It's getting very hot in here. It's getting very fuego. Also, just to note, if you're wondering why there's a selenite wand running through the card, it's because if you're, new here, you may not know, but I cannot show the images on this card, okay? Couple things to note before we start. If you would like to check out my new vlog channel, please check the first link in the description box. If you'd like to connect with me on any other platform, please also check the other links in the description box, as well as my private reading link will be there as well. If there's anything that you like about this reading, if it resonates at all with you, please consider liking the video. It does help me. It helps the algorithm, but it helps me as a reader to gauge and see what my viewers want to see more of. Also subscribe should you feel guided to do that. This will also help me pick up on your energy going forward with future pick-a-cards. Okay, let's get into it. So you chose the Devil. This is going to be quite a unique read. I'm going to ask everyone here to be very open with your energy, with your mind. We may go down some rabbit holes. There may be some things that you don't like to hear, but what you need to know is that with remote viewing, anything can come through. It could be as random as day. It could be out of left field. And, there could be some truths that come out. Please understand as well, too, that with remote viewing or this reading, not everything that I pick up is going to be just for you. There's thousands of people watching, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. I feel like with this pile, you get judged a lot based upon your physical attributes. I don't know what's going on here. There may be something happening with physical attributes, and I don't know, or physical visuals, like something visually about you physically is making people want to reject or dismiss. So I feel like there may be people who have chosen this pile who are quite unique. They may be actually very adventurous with their look, whether that be piercings, different colored hairs, body full of tattoos. I don't know. But I feel like we're getting judged here based off of something to do with like your physical appearance. And it kind of does suck, but that's just what it is. The right people will be guided towards you, but people who may be rejecting or dismissing you could be having some sort of preconceived notions about your look. And I don't even want to go actually just with that. I'm going to be real. You may be like a different ethnicity, and maybe these are honestly RASCISTS. Okay. If you're wondering why I have to spell, I just do. Okay. Keywords do affect things here. So just, RASCISTS. Okay. Or it could be as petty as like your weight. Maybe you have some weight on you, and people, I feel like, maybe are just rejecting you depending on whatever that may be, okay, based upon that. But there's something very physically or visual here where I feel you're targeted before anyone even gets a chance to know you. So that does, it's sad, but it is what it is. That's what's coming through. The other thing with this card, I feel like you invoke obsession in others, maybe not just obsession, but dependency or powerlessness. You may make people feel that instantly, and, I'm not saying that they're aware to connect the dots and, say that those words are affecting them. Oh, yes, I'm powerless. No, I'm just saying they feel it energetically. And this could also be a reason why it's like a fight or flight I still haven't figured out if I'm saying that right, but fight or flight. But I just feel like here, you give off this vibe like, and again, if you're wondering why I'm saying something completely different from what I just said originally, this could be for many different people, but I'm not going to lie. Some people may feel like what I just said towards you, but then another group of people might feel this. Okay. So just again, open your mind. So with the devil here, again, you may energetically make people feel like when they meet you, they might get into those types of energies, like become obsessed with you, feel like, oh, you're just so much. I don't want to feel like that. I would rather just go maybe, to someone else who feels like, it's like neutral. But with you, there's just something about you that may make them feel like helpless, powerless. I'm not going to lie, even as well with this competitive. So if you're a female watching and you've wondered why you haven't been able to get on with other females, I mean, it could be a plethora of reasons. One main reason I find with me, what I feel, what I've come to realize and what I've been given by spirit is that a lot of women walking around these days are really little girls. They're little girls inside big girl bodies, okay? So they haven't figured out themselves yet. And that could also be the reason why, they can't get on with other women, especially if they're in their power. And with the devil, you're definitely in your power, okay? I feel like with this pile, you've definitely come into yourself, whether that be if you're a man watching, you're just, very alpha, very aware of your presence. You stand in your presence. And same with if you're a female, you're in your womanhood and you are just very strong. And that will energetically transmit out of you. It's just a given. Okay. So I feel like people may reject you because they don't like the energy they feel when they're near you. Now, this is where I'm going to say to you, just open your mind. And if it doesn't resonate with you, okay, just move on. But to be fair with this pile, there may be actually something that is maybe attached to you, or they're picking up on something that maybe feel like dark inside you. And that could even be like trauma. It might not even be attachments. It could be trauma. Guys, I don't know about other readers, but I'm a type of reader who's very connected to, energy and the other side. And I'm aware that it's more than just, when you're looking at somebody, energy is a big thing. Okay. So if you don't think that people can pick up on your trauma, or maybe you have a past, and I'm not saying that they're aware of it consciously, but it could be subconsciously, then I would advise you to just, again, expand your mind, because energy is so real, so real. And for some of you watching, there could be something of a dark past or something that maybe you struggled with in your life, whether that be that it was like low self-esteem. I don't know, I can't sit here and name everything, but they could also be picking up on that, and that causes them to reject you. This actually could be a projecting thing as well too, where maybe they are somehow picking up on the fact that maybe you've been like abused before, and they think they can try it too. Okay. You're feeling, the way you feel, energetically when people are around you, could be very polarizing. Okay, very polarizing. I don't think I need to explain that. I think we've all met somebody like that. It's just that very calm, that very strong, calm, quiet type with those eyes that see right through you. Very kind of statuesque, not really laughy type, outgoing type, just very brooding type. But you kind of can scare people sometimes with this polarizing energy that you have. It makes them feel uncomfortable. So this could also be the reason why they may dismiss you or reject you or be too scared to even get involved. I know exactly what this is, but again, guys, unfortunately in this world, we've been taught that to use language and words, and sometimes with energy, you just can't put it into words. It's just not easy to. What else here? Interesting. Okay. I'm seeing maybe potentially, and this goes both ways. I don't care what you are, if you're a man watching, a female watching, and whoever you're into. You are rejecting and you are being rejected and dismissed by people who want to hook up. And that actually is like a good thing, okay? So if you find that a lot of like, more so you get rejected in love than, accepted, it's because people are very attracted to you, sexually, and they want to kind of experiment or go in quickly with you. And they get a sense maybe within the first 5 minutes of speaking to you that you're not going to be easy, or you're not going to probably just give it up. And this is why they're also rejecting. So this is almost like a plus with this. If you find that a lot of people, like, you're like, I don't get it. Like, why is everybody, I go out with one date, I go for one date and that's it. Or they never text me back. It's because they're getting a sense of who you are and that you're not easy. Okay. So hookups here are rejecting you. Those are people who just want you for, I feel like with the devil, sex, honestly. Okay. Because, you can exude this with you're very attractive, and please don't start saying, well, I don't really think so. Not really. Like, I don't think I'm that great looking, in society. Look, don't worry about that. Okay. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And whether you think you are physically or not, I'm talking energetically. Okay. People want to experience things with you, but I feel like when they realize that there's a barrier and that it's not going to be easy, it's a no-go. They reject you. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just seeing like, I don't know if these are the thoughts of most people or just those particular people I just mentioned, but there's something about the body that is just absolutely delicious. Like, you are delicious. Like, and I'm seeing like, that may just be for me because that's something that I would find delicious, but I'm seeing like an ice cream sundae with hot fudge, whipped cream, like all the works. Like you got it all going on. Okay. All going on. And it's interesting too with this when I'm seeing a stare. Do some of you have a particular stare? I could say it's the eyes, but it's not really about the eyes. It's about the look that the eyes give. This freaks people out. This really freaks people out. And I don't know on what level. It may just be like, oh, wow, like, okay, I can't mess around with that one. Or that one looks like she has a fighter spirit in her. I don't know to what degree this is. It could be even energetically. But you've got a stare on you for some of you that is just, this is also what makes people maybe want to reject or dismiss you. Also with this card, you could be dangerous, okay? And I don't mean like, just give me a second to, get my words out. You could have a way about you like it's like a no F-U-C-K mentality. Like, yeah, you're not going to play around here. Like, you exude that, whether it's in words. And I'm not saying that you're crazy and walking around with a baseball bat, okay? But I feel like you are potentially dangerous. And I feel like people don't want to get caught up with you. Because if they overstep or if they do something stupid, like that's it. That's it. And it doesn't even have to be physical. It could be that like you're real professional about it. Like, there are people who can really like SCREW, okay? With even like, revenge tactics that could just get you into like so much trouble. So I want to be very clear. This is not even about you being violent, like physically. You may be able to really, you got the revenge like thing down packed. And should anybody overstep or really try or do something to you, like that's not going to just go left unsaid, or, we're not going to just turn the other cheek. But I feel like people pick this up about you. And it could be through things that you've said that maybe you've told other people about, like how you got someone else back, or I don't know. And it could also be like, just to be fair with the way that you speak and carry yourself. Okay. So with this pile, like it's a lot. And I think if you've clicked on this video, you were genuinely maybe curious, but I think you already know that you like do this already in your day-to-day life. This happens for you constantly. And it's almost like for you, it's like, well, good, go, because I don't want any weak people. You know, it's like, I'm not for the weak. I'm not for the weak. Be a strong person. Your energy needs to be up. Your energy needs to be strong. I feel like with this pile, you also don't like stupid people. So I feel like with this pile, you may be actually getting rejected and dismissed by either weak people, people who are not exactly on your level. And I know that sounds very, what's the word, like judgmental, but I just feel like with this pile, like people are going to have to carry their weight with you if should they want to be in your world. So I feel like everybody who's leaving, it's like you're like good about this. Like, yeah, good. Like leave early and don't waste my time. So this is kind of good in a way. For you guys, the people who I feel like are rejecting, dismissing you are the ones who shouldn't even really be around you. So this is kind of positive. It's turned out to be positive with this pile. Let me know what you guys thought. Give it a like if it resonated. Subscribe so I can pick up on your energy on future, in future pick-a-cards. But let me know down in the comment section what you thought about this pile. Thanks, guys. Hello, pile 2. Okay, so before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. I have just started a vlog channel. The link to that channel will be in the description box. If you'd also like to connect with me on any other platform, all the links will be in the description box. If there's anything that you like about this reading, please consider giving it a like. It helps the algorithm, but it also helps me as a reader to gauge, to see what my viewers want to see more of. Also subscribe, should you feel guided to do that. By subscribing, I can better pick up on your energy moving forward in pick-a-cards, future pick-a-cards. Also, I want to put a little disclaimer, especially since we've just wrapped up with pile 1. I want you to be very open when listening to this reading. Anything and everything can come through. Remote viewing is something that is uncontrollable. It can be the most random thing being said or something coming out of left field. But I want you to know that with this reading in particular, because it's not so nice, okay? We're talking about why people are rejecting you or dismissing you, that just keep an open mind. Also note that not everything that I say within this pile can resonate with just you. This reading is for thousands of people, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, justice. Well, what does justice stand for? Karma, fairness, cause and effect. Right off the bat, I'm starting to pick up and feel like whoever chose this pile has been rejected and dismissed by people who have been very close to them. And I'm talking about family members, very deep friendships, or what they thought were deep friendships. You are represented in this pile by the Justice card. He holds the balancing. He's balancing the scales in his hand. And again, the card stands for karma, cause and effect. You are being rejected and dismissed by people who have been very close, and there's a reason for it. Something is being balanced out. Now, it's very possible, and again, open up your mind, that in past lives, the people who are rejecting you in this life, you rejected those people in those lives. Either that or something was done and it has come back now, in a sense, to kind of show you something. Again, it could be that we are balancing out something, maybe karmic debt, who knows? But I feel like this is going to be a touchy one with pile 2, because I feel like you've had a very difficult life. Now, disclaimer, I am not saying that this is okay, okay? I am not saying that it's okay, it's all right, that whoever did whatever they did to you was right about what they did, because we all have free will, okay? I am not one of those readers who are going to come and say to you that, you know, you chose everything that happens to you. But on a soul level, okay, so forget the 3D world, but on a soul level, sometimes we do choose to experience stuff like this so that we can kind of work or build up our soul, our soul's evolution, or work on things that we weren't previously able to somehow achieve. Now, what I've been shown by Spirit many times is that self-love, if you are a soul who needs to learn about self-love, you'll usually have to experience a lot of situations like in relationships where people haven't been the nicest, so that you can kind of turn away from external energies, which would be other people outside of you, and move inward. So I feel like with this pile, again, it's been a hard road. I'm not also saying that, whatever has happened to you was right. But I feel like with this one, because the topic is, why are you being rejected and dismissed? There's something within these people who are doing that, who have a memory within their DNA that remembers you from a past life and what you did to them. It could be, okay? If it's not that, but I wanted to bring it up. I just wanted to bring it up because, again, the card stands for karma. This is the card of karma. We cannot deny that, okay? So please don't come for me as the reader. I am just reading basically what is being given to me by Spirit and also the card, okay? I have all sympathy for you. I've also dealt with this myself. All my family members hated me the moment I was born, okay? Nobody really loved me. Like, with the love that I gave myself, I was never able to get that from anybody. And even to some extent, still to this day. But that's okay because I've found self-love. So I just want to really put that out there first, so that, you can understand where I'm coming from. But I feel like here, with people who are rejecting you and dismissing you, it's mainly very, very close people. So as opposed to pile 1, just so that you can understand where I'm coming from, as opposed to pile 1, it was very much about strangers or people that, they were just meeting. With this one, I feel like it goes very deep, so deep. And I'm already picking up on the mother. Not for all of you, but the mom was straight up evil, very evil. And this could be even stepmother. But I feel like the women that were in your life were brutal, okay? And again, this could be that they are remembering something within their DNA. There's a memory of something. They're not going to say that out loud to you. This is very deep. This is very forward thinking. This is very new age. I'm not saying that these people are going to be able to have an awareness of that, but that's maybe why they are doing that, okay? Now, let's move on because I don't want to stay too much on this. But yes, there could be past life enemies that have come back in this time. And their sole mission, almost in a way, was to reject and dismiss you so that you could go and kind of work on yourself and your self-love. Now, moving on. As a person who's picking pile 2, and I have the Justice card here, you are you represent truth, integrity, very strong character here, very strong. No nonsense type person, a person who is very about fairness. And I'm going to put it out there. You may be somebody who's someone in society, and I don't know what that exactly means. So you may have a position in society that contributes to this. This could also be why you're being rejected and dismissed. Maybe you are too strong in character outwardly, okay? And I know you're well, wouldn't that be a good thing? I don't know what to tell you. There's all kinds of people in this world, Some people don't want to get involved with someone who's a cop. Some people wouldn't want to get involved with somebody who's a lawyer, just to give you a few examples. But you could be someone, and, justice as well, too. You could have material wealth as well, too. You're a lot to take in with this pile. Just at face value, you could have also as well a lot under your belt, as far as achievements or what you've gained in life. This could be very intimidating, pile 2, very intimidating. And again, as we go on in the read, you'll start to see that the people who are rejecting and dismissing you are the people that you want to reject and dismiss you. This is what happened in pile 1, and you'll notice this in pile 2. It will start to move that way, okay? But yes, also with the Justice, this can be, representative of judging, okay? Maybe you have strong opinions. Maybe some of you out there who are watching are very adamant about what you believe in. And I don't know what that may be. I don't have time. Okay. It can go like into so many different things. Okay. People could reject you because of this. So you could be very opinionated about a particular subject. And that could be about anything, but people find it a little bit suffocating. Okay. It's a bit suffocating, or because of those opinions that you have, they want to reject and dismiss you. It's kind of petty. It's sad that, we just can't all, get along despite what we believe in, but that could be something here as well too. People don't like what you believe in. And honestly, it could be that you believe in truth and integrity, and people don't like that, because this is a very fair person, You cannot, with pile 2, manipulate them, sway them, convince them. They're very strong mentally. You've got like a very strong foundation. And I just feel like with this pile, you can't make them move unless they want to move. Like, you're not going to move in any direction that anybody wants you to move unless you particularly agree with it. Okay. Now it's interesting because some love is coming through here. Love is coming through. I have a message for anybody who's watching, whether that be if you're a man or a woman or, whatever you're into. You're high valued. You're a high valued woman, or you're a high valued man. You may be getting rejected and dismissed in love because it's just too overwhelming. Now, obviously, if we look at this, these people could be very weak in, their self-esteem, their own character or what they have going on within their own life. But really, it's just self-esteem. And it could be intimidating to get involved with you. You've just got so much going on. And you actually also come across as somebody in this pile who is very secure within your life. You feel good about your life. You feel good about where you are. And honestly, that could be on a farm somewhere living off grid. It's not even about money. It's just a lot for someone to take in. So this makes me feel like a little bit of a jealousy is going on here. There's a little bit of jealousy with this pile. I think the people who are rejecting and dismissing you don't have exactly what you have going on internally. So you could somehow, make them kind of shy away, because again, it's just a lot to take in, and maybe you're always doing something. Maybe you're always achieving something. Maybe you have a good job. Justice as well too, for one person out there. You may be very well married, okay? Because Justice card can also talk about marriage. You may have a high profile marriage, or you may be coupled up or partnered up with quite the catch, okay? This could, for some people, and obviously if you're a woman and maybe other women, throw people off a bit. But this feels like a little petty to me, because you have a lot of great qualities, but I feel like you're being rejected and dismissed for very, very stupid things, which, that's going to be how it is sometimes, right? But I just feel like as the foundation, your foundation, is just quite strong, so much so that you're repelling those that don't have it. Also too, what I mentioned at the beginning of the pile, if you have found self-love, I want you to know something about that. And again, it's a little sad in this world that we've kind of just, we have to kind of say everything within language and words, but energy is so real. But energy can't always be put into words. But if you've found self-love, like if you're quite content with where you're at in life and what you're doing and who you're with and et cetera, don't be surprised that will repel people. I myself have that. Do you know how many women I meet in my own life who literally are like, want to dismiss me because I have my own thing going on, like my own business, or also too because of what I've figured out in life, like I've really figured out a lot of secrets in life as far as being happy and, moving out of, the matrix and doing things on my own terms. Do you know how much people that repels? You would be shocked. You would be shocked. And instead to be happy or learn something, this is what they do. Now, also, I feel like with you, there's a lot to learn, but I just feel like people just don't take you up on it, which is very sad. Because I feel like with this one, very knowledgeable, not just book smart, but also street smart and life smart. You've gone through a thing or two. More than a thing or two, actually, okay? And I feel like you could teach a lot of people about things, and remember, this is a reading about the people who are rejecting you. I'm not saying that only people reject you. I know there's people who are going to come towards you, but just for the sake of this reading, we're only talking about those who are rejecting you. So pile 2, I really want you to keep doing your thing. You actually are like a mountain goat, and I'm not saying you're a Capricorn, although you may be, but like you're really climbing that hill, and you've got way more hills to climb. Like I feel like with this pile, the success is like endless. You have so much more to achieve, and with that, success and achievement, the rejection and the dismissing may actually ramp up. So be prepared for it in a way, but I don't think you care. I think this was entertainment purposes reading only for you, which is what it should be, but keep doing your thing. God bless pile 2. If there's anything that you liked about this reading or if it resonated at all, please comment. I love reading your comments. Like the video and also subscribe so that I can pick up on your energy in future pick-a-cards. God bless pile 2. Hello, pile 3. Okay, so before we get into your reading, a couple things to note. I have just started a vlog channel. If you'd like to check it out, it will be the first link in the description box. If you'd like to connect with me on any other platform, the links to those platforms will be in the description box. If there's anything that you like about this reading or if it resonates at all, please consider liking the video. It does help the algorithm. It helps me as a reader to also gauge to see what my viewers want to see more of. Also subscribe. By subscribing, I can better tune into your energy moving forward with future pick-a-cards. Okay. Disclaimer as well, guys, just because I'm already on the third one now. I'm at the third pile. Be very open with this reading. We are not talking about the most pleasant situation here, okay? This is not, some people might view this as a negative type of reading, but just open your mind, okay? Open your mind and also understand that not everything that I pick up within this reading is going to just be for you. This is not a private reading, it's a general reading, and thousands of people are gonna watch it. So if you get 1 or 2 things, it's still for you. So the Death card, wow, right? If you were gravitated towards this card, this may be a group of people who feel like this is a common theme running through their life. Now, we will find out as to kind of why that may be, but I feel like with this pile, you really feel like this has just been a common running theme through your life. Rejection has been something that you've dealt with. It's probably been one of the biggest obstacles you've ever had to deal with in your life. And with the Death card, it's funny because Death card is the card of ending, okay? It is a card of transformation. It can be also very positive, but it does represent an ending. So I feel like maybe people or some people you encounter, or most people that you encounter, a relationship literally never gets off the ground, okay? I do feel like with this pile as well too, you could be very off-putting, and I don't know what that may be. So again, open your mind. If that doesn't resonate, just stick around. There could be something about you that is very off-putting. I don't know what that may be. It could be an energy. It could be a vibe. There's a lot of black on this card. Maybe you wear a lot of black. But it's interesting with that flag that he's holding up. It's almost like he's waving this black flag. It's like, I feel like really with you guys, it could be you that actually rejects people before they get a chance to reject you. And what I mean by that is energetically. So are you standoffish? Are you like, the video I just made on my other channel? Do you choose not to have friends? Do you choose not to kind of interact? Is there something about you? Maybe you've been hurt before, or maybe you choose not to because most people are just honestly, garbage. I mean, let's be real. Most people are. we're in a very awkward time right now on Earth where we can see everything. It's like the unveiling is happening. And I think with this pile, honestly, I think I'm talking to either light workers, star seeds, or high council members, etc. Um, Empaths. I think there's an energy of the death that is going back and forth. So I think you actually feel this first with people when you meet them, and you put off certain signals, and that's where I could be getting the off-putting vibe. And that also just signals energetically to them to kind of maybe even reject you or not to move forward with you or push off with you. I know that sounds like a mouthful. Just bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get my remote viewing out as fast as I can. You know, everything is energy. It's very difficult sometimes to put energy into words, but that's what I feel here. I feel like you could be a very psychic, a very empathic type of person. And again, it's maybe a mixture of what you've dealt with in your life with people, experiences that you had, or you literally just pick up the vibe and the energy of the other person who's coming towards you. And you're like, yeah, no. So I'm just going to kind of put out the body language so that they can just kind of like not come forward. That's what I feel here. You know, this person on the death card, it's a skeleton, but he wears this armor, okay, which gives him an invincibility, signaling that no one can destroy him, okay? No one can destroy death. I feel like you wear armor, like there's something outer, like, I don't know if it's a body language or there's something, you have a protective shield up. You're very picky with, you know, people. And that's why I think, again, I'm speaking to light workers or star seeds or empaths. At this point in time, you're going to be very, very selective with who you're letting in. So it's funny with this reading. It's a little bit, you know, with this pile, I'm very actually at a loss for words because I feel like the energy is going back and forth. And this is the first time I've actually picked this up now that we're on pile 3, where it's you actually who does most of the rejecting. And you could have all the reasons in the world. Like you could have every legit reason in the world. I am not here to say change. I'm not here to say stop doing what you're doing. I think you're actually pretty smart to do what you're doing because, again, you see that armor he's wearing? He's protecting himself. And I feel like with this group, you do need to protect yourself. I always talk about this, actually. If you go on my other channel, I talk about empaths, like protect your energy. You need to make it a priority. With this group, you're making it a priority. And I want to give you a big high five. Through the camera, okay? This is exactly what you need to be doing because I feel like with you, you could be drained, you could be, your energy could be siphoned, like you just have this magnetic pull that I feel like people may not have the best intentions for. So energetic vampires, maybe they want things from you, maybe they're takers, etc., etc. And it's interesting with the death card because it is the most feared and the most understood in the same breath. And I think that's you. I think people fear you. I think people fear you because they can feel an underlying intuition or feeling within them that there's something different about you. And I'm not talking about like your ethnicity or, you know, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about energetically. There's something different, you know? You feel different and it's very alluring, the energy, okay? But I feel like they fear you, but they also misunderstand you as well too. So it could be that even your actions are misunderstood. And that could be, again, like, you know, it's just funny how he's waving the black flag. I just feel like you do that often. Like, nope, not this one. Nope. Like that waving the red, the black flag is like literally the signal, like, nope, not happening. So it's interesting. You know, you're just not for or about unhealthy attachments. And I think with this one, Again, I can't keep my eyes off of that armor that he's wearing. So you're just very selective about who you're allowing in. And, you know, you could be the most friendly person. I'm not even saying that, but you keep people at bay. You know, you want to watch them. You want to see how they move. I'm with you. I'm there at that point. Okay. Again, this pile may want to go check out my vlog channel because you might find messages within it. Okay. Within that vlog channel that may be very helpful to also know that you're not the only one. But I think with this one, why people reject you, I think it's because they feel like you reject them. Not only that, there could be something very off-putting, and it could be the way that you make yourself up. Whether that be like in body language or you're not the most open. You know, human nature, people like to go towards people who have inviting energy, okay? I feel like with this one, it's very blocked. You are very blocked. You're actually putting up a block, but it's good. It's a good block. It's a really good block. It's to protect yourself. Because again, I think with this pile, you've probably went through a lot, and you're probably at the time of watching this reading in a very wise place, or you understand now what you've always needed to do. So that's what you're kind of putting into action. Now, what is this? I don't know. I'm getting detached energy. People are coming up. People may be trying. There's just like no eye contact. There's just like, you're just perfecting body language, I feel like. And this is why I feel like they're just easily giving up, because they're not getting that energy back from you. They can't penetrate the energy back from you. Again, that armor that you're wearing is interesting. Now, I want to go a little bit deeper now, because that was just about strangers. I think if there's people that you are aware of, or not you're aware of, sorry, that you know on a personal level, the reason why they reject you or they've dismissed you is because I feel like, again, there may have been something that you have cut off that they couldn't get anymore. I feel like with this pile, you've been used so much. And I'm not just talking about your niceness, I'm talking about your energy. And that's scary. You know, we've really underestimated the topic of siphoning energy. I just feel like here, there's something of a standing tall. Like, I don't know if there's just people in your past who used to walk all over you, and then you got this way about you where you're like, no more. And then they kind of just fell off. They all fell off one by one. And because they weren't able to have you the way that they wanted to have you. And again, I think it's siphoning energy, which is really scary, you know? But you're in a better place now. So I think this is a pile of also maybe, you know, people who do their own thing, people who are really in their own company. They've mastered the art of self-company. They're not looking for anybody. Sure, if somebody comes along who's like a soul tribe member, sure. But for the most part, I feel like with this pile, you want to do your own thing. You know, I think you're actually even pretty educated, actually, in picking up auras, energy, vibes, all of that. So you could probably just see somebody from really far away, and you don't even have to have a conversation with them, but you know if they're for you or not. This is the card that like walks alone. Like, I'm alone, I walk alone, I make my decisions alone. I don't need to be a part of a group. So I think people are picking up on that, that you kind of like to do your own thing. And this is why they also reject and dismiss you, because they're not going to be able to have their way or get whatever they want from you. Even if that's like you hanging out with them, you know, and you may be like, well, you're a great person and all, but for me, I'm just not comfortable. So this is why they also... This is the pile of introverts. You know, introverts probably have picked this pile, you know, are just really cool with their own company and don't need to be a part of a crowd. You know, curled up with a good book under a tree outdoors sounds way more appealing than being in a large crowd. So with this one, I think you're doing most of the rejecting, which is funny, right? With this reading, right? Because we're talking about other people. but you're doing most of the rejecting. And in turn, that's what causes people to reject you. But if this is like past people, you somehow had a transformation with the death card. And when you leveled up and people couldn't have you like the old you, the way you were before, they also fell off. So in a way, with this armor, you're actually really protected by the, heavens above, okay? Your spirit team. You're definitely on a soul journey with this death card, with this pile. Keep doing what you're doing. I think you're going to find, you're either on your path right now or you're very close to finding your path and what feels right for you. And it doesn't involve a lot of people. So pile 3, wow. Let me know if this resonated with you. I would love to hear your comments. Subscribe, like the video. Keep doing what you're doing, death card. Pile 3. And go check out my vlog channel because that might play that vlog channel may feel like a home for you. That you can connect with other people who feel exactly the way you feel. Okay, pile 3, have a great day. Hello, pile 4. Okay, before we get into it, a couple things to note. I have just started a vlog channel. If you'd like to check it out, if you always wondered about the person behind the readings, go check it out. It's the first link in the description box. If you'd like to connect with me on any other platform, you can also find those links in the description box. If there's anything that you like about the reading or if it resonates at all, please consider liking the video, subscribe. By liking, it will help the algorithm, also help me as a reader to gauge to see what my viewers like and want to see more from. And by subscribing, I can better tune into your energy going forward with future pick a cards. Okay, strength. Wow. You've got a lot of attention on you, okay? A lot of attention. Also, sorry, disclaimer. This is going to be a reading for thousands of people. So not everything I mention will resonate with just you. Please understand that. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But I feel like people reject and dismiss you because there could be some of you that receive a lot of attention. With this one, I'm picking up haters. This is the first pile now that I've gotten where I feel like there's haters. You know, with this strength card, there's just a lot of like Leo energy. And I'm not saying that you're a Leo, but it's very bright as well too. I feel like your whole demeanor could be like that. Like you just receive a lot of attention. And it could not even be that like, you know, even if you're in a crowd and you're meeting strangers, all eyes are on you. You could be very beautiful and stunning as well too. And, or just there's something about you that it just attracts others. People are aware of this right off the bat when they meet you. They know something special about you. So I do feel like the reason why people reject or dismiss you, and obviously we're not talking about the people who are coming towards you. This is a reading about those on the other side, okay? The other side of the spectrum. But I feel like we have some haters, people who just are a little taken aback by your aura, your energy, your beauty, the attention that you're receiving. And they may want to be, honestly, like the first people to reject you. I know what this is. I used to have this. I had this for a bit. Actually, I still kind of have this, just with a few here and there, but it used to be really bad when I was younger. So sometimes even men, if you're a woman watching and they know you're really beautiful, it somehow makes them feel superior to like reject or dismiss you. We have some people who are very triggered, I feel like, with you, with the beauty or your presence. So it's very sad, but that's the first thing I'm picking up. This card also talks about courage, bravery, confidence, and inner power. I think those that want to reject and dismiss you are those that are aware of this power that you have. And how do I put this? Because see, you with this pile are not going to be afraid to speak up for yourself. I don't care if it's even your boss or your teacher. Like, no one is like free from that, okay? If something's not right, you don't feel right, or you were disrespected, and I'm not saying that you're going to go crazy, but even if it's done professionally, you are going to voice that. So I feel like sometimes people are taken a little bit aback about with this kind of way about you, which is kind of sad. maybe those people who are rejecting you based upon this don't have that themselves and might feel like sometimes it's a little bit much. So what do I mean by that? Let's say, for example, you're in a work situation and you're with some coworkers who are just used to taking, abuse left, right, and center, but you're that one who's not going to. So you speak to the boss and you don't care if it's in front of everybody. Those people might dub you like aggressive or, oh, she's wild, something along those lines. Or I'm just using an example, but this could be with anything. Maybe even in your family too. They feel like you talk back way too much, something along those lines. So people don't like that. Maybe they feel like you need to be a little bit more feminine. And I hate that. I really hate that. Because see, with the strength card, it can be a masculine card if you are a female. Like, again, there's no holds bar here, okay, with this card. So I'm thinking maybe if for some of you watching, that could have been always something that you struggled with, is that your mouth had no boundaries, especially if you were being disrespected, because this is the card of self-confidence. And bravery and courage. So you're not going to shy away from like a confrontation or something that's not right. Or maybe even if you see something that's not right, you're going to say something. You're the person who's like, if I see something, I'm going to say something. And that maybe kind of scares people. And through that, they want to kind of dismiss you, because maybe even in their mind too, they're wondering like, well, what if I say something one day, like, was she going to come for me? So it could be something along those lines. But I think there's also another group of people who may be dismissing and rejecting you because they're not going to be able to accomplish like what they want to accomplish. So maybe let's say you're meeting somebody who has some sort of agenda for you, or, they're manipulative. They're not going to be able to, they already get a sense of who you are within the first couple meetings. And they're like, yeah, no, not this one. I need to go find somebody more submissive. It could be as well too. So if you're a woman watching and you're wondering why maybe it's hard in the love department, it could be because some of the people that you've been picking up are people who are looking to do something, or they have an agenda, like I said, and they're aware that it's not going to fly with you. Also, with the strength card, this could be a card of an energy of a person who's very accomplished, just very independent and accomplished. You could be quite intimidating, okay? I feel like the way you outwardly or externally display yourself is quite strong. It's a vibe in itself. Only the strong will survive here. Others like you maybe are people who have their own things going on. I just don't think you're for the weak. But also too, I feel like how you could be portraying yourself. And again, maybe even it's in subtle details, like maybe your body language, your voice, I know for me, just to give you an example, if you think this is not real, it's real. My voice, I'm the sweetest person, but when people hear my voice, they get a little intimidated because I'm not like soft-spoken. Even if I'm talking about the most random thing, people can pick up that like I'm probably a spitfire, or that like if you cross the line, I'm probably going to say something. So that is also something I'm kind of resonating with this pile. I don't know if you may have that watching, but that's something I feel. Listen, she also has the infinity symbol above her head. So she's very connected to a higher power. And I don't care what that is. So if you're religious, this applies to you. If you just have like a faith about you, or you're just connected, spiritually, I feel like you're being dismissed by those that don't have that. How can I put that in like a modern day example? You may be carrying the light, okay, that people can pick up subconsciously. You're not programmed with this pile. You are not programmed, okay, by the system. You are a free thinker. I think you're being rejected by people who are the opposite of that. And I think you're very triggering as well too. And it's interesting because I feel like your channel, see how she has that infinity symbol above her head? She's very connected to her higher self, okay? This also can come across as self-confidence as well too, because I think you know who you are. And you may be attracting, like, let's say if you're a female, you may be attracting like other females who just really don't know who they are yet, you know? But also there could be a little bit of something here, like you're just a little bit more aggressive and maybe you're opinionated. I don't know. It's all of that for me. Okay, so this card actually, I'm not sure if you're aware as well. In love, this card can draw in a lot of lovers. Okay, again, you could be very beautiful. I think you're being rejected by those who are very, very intimidated by how easy it is for you to attract the opposite sex, okay? So if you're in a group of girls, you know, or if this is even friendships, you may have had a lot of people who wanted to be competitive or feel like because they had to be competitive, they wanted to reject you in whatever way that may be, okay? Maybe doing something to you, being mean to you, etc., etc. It's because you like were able to draw in so much attention from the opposite sex, and that was hard for them. I really do feel like this is the Diana Ross, okay, of the piles here. Like, no one can stand next to you, okay? Again, whoever is, you know, around you or with you needs to really be functioning, I feel like, at a higher level, connected to who they are, know who they are. This is not the pile, and it's funny. We're going a tad bit off topic, but hey, that's just the way it goes with remote viewing. I feel like if you're a woman watching, you got to have friends who are like, you know who they are, okay? Have like somehow connected to their higher self, are maybe even spiritual, and have really let go of a lot of ego or even 3D things, because they have to be secure with who they are to be your friend or to be around you, because you're a lot to take in, but in a good way. I'm not saying you're overwhelming. I'm not saying you're crazy. I'm not saying that you're walking around with a baseball bat, okay? I'm just saying, like, your presence is a lot to take in. And, you know, again, you know who you are. You know, if you don't think that people can pick up on that, I would advise you to open your mind. People can pick up, especially when you're a woman and you know who you are. It can be felt by men, and it can be felt by other women. Hell, anybody, an employer, everyone. You're just very solid in your foundation with the Strength card. Now, also, I don't know if you're aware of what this card too, it's coming out now. And I actually, it's interesting it came through remote viewing because I forgot about that. So with this card, this is the card of empathy, okay? You could be very empathic towards others, or even very open, okay? Open to knowledge, to anything. I feel like you're being rejected by people also too who find you to be a little bit, I mean, these are their words, not mine, but naive. I think you may be rejected by people who think you're naive, because this is a very compassionate card. So you may be like very open to like any walks of life. You know, everybody has a story. Maybe you're very nurturing to others. You give people chances, or you could be very open to information. So when that's happening, people are wanting to reject you, and it could be by their words. So when I say reject, it's not just push you away. It could be by saying mean things. And I feel like they may think you're naive, like you give too many chances, or you're even somehow dumb. But really, they're the ones who are dumb because they're closed off. Like, again, that infinity symbol is representative of her being open in her mind, her energy, and her higher self. Okay, with the Strength card, I'm getting something about the physical body. The physical body is very intimidating as well too. I don't know, that could be like a very big spectrum to people who are very muscular, physically fit, and maybe you're being rejected by those who are very, I feel like the body actually is coming through right now. Not just jealous of everything I've just mentioned, but also of the body. Like, you've got it going on. And I don't care if you're a man watching, like, you may be even jacked or have really like just great features. This is also I'm seeing alpha female and alpha male. Like, these are the two that are gonna like coexist here within this pile. And we all know alpha females get rejected, you know. They don't, this is why alpha females don't roll in packs. They roll alone, okay? They're not going to be easily accepted because they've got it going on. But I think you're very also likable, really likable with this pile as well too. Again, all the attention is on you. All the attention, and maybe even when you're going places, it could, you would be shocked, at who is like jealous of this. Maybe even within your family, who knows? Maybe when you go to like a party, you just seem to kind of enter the room and it's just all about you. People don't like that. They're very taken aback by your light. Very triggered by it. I'm thinking with this pile, this may be very difficult for you to have in life. But maybe at the time of reading this, you kind of understood it. You're at that point where you've realized it. You understand it, but you're like, that's okay. It is what it is. Because remember, I am not telling you in this reading to change or be something different than you are. Embrace this. Embrace anything that you pick up in any of these piles. This is just what I'm picking up on, why people may sometimes reject or dismiss you. Yes, it's sad, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because again, you're connected to your higher self. So really you're the winner. Okay. Do you know how hard it is to get into that like energy or somehow find that space? People go their whole life and never connect to their higher self. It's something that is quite the achievement. So keep pushing on, keep doing you, and keep keeping up. Okay. So pile 4, this was your reading. Let me know if you liked it. Comment. I love reading your comments, and subscribe so that again, that I could pick up on your energy more easily. There's something very magical about subscribing to the channel. So do that so I could pick up on your energy moving forward with future pick-a-cards. Thanks, guys. Hello, pile 5. Okay, before we get into it, a couple things to note. I have just opened a vlog channel. I have just started a vlog channel, sorry. Check it out if you'd like. If you've ever wondered about the person behind the readings, check it out. It's the first link in the description box. If you'd like to connect with me on any other platform, also check the other links in the description box. If there's anything that you like about this reading or if it resonates with you at any time, please consider hitting the like button. It does help the algorithm, but it also helps me as a reader to gauge to see what my viewers want to see more of from me. Also, subscribe. By doing so, I can better tune into your energy moving forward with future pick-a-cards. Let's take a deep breath for the Wheel of Fortune. You've got a lot going on, okay? You've got a lot going on. This is a really great card to get. As far as, we're trying to look here to see why people are rejecting and dismissing you. So it's going to have to be about something to do with your personality or maybe the way that you act. And if you have the Wheel of Fortune representing you, you better believe you're probably the shiznit, okay? Also, disclaimer, please understand that with remote viewing, especially this is not a private reading. Not everything can resonate with you. This reading is going to be for thousands of people, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. The wheel is a very unstable energy, okay? Yes, it's lucky, we'll get to that, but it's very unstable. I feel like you are very unexpected. You may have showed up in your own life, seen how it is the karmic wheel. You may have showed up in your own life and been very unexpected, and that could have been within your family dynamic. Maybe your own family were your first rejectors. I'm just seeing maybe some people who may have chosen this who are not exactly what their family hoped for in some sense. Maybe you didn't go along with the plan. Maybe you're not like them. It could be et cetera, just kind of read between the lines. But not only with the family, I feel like when you show up on the scene, it's very unexpected. Do you find that people meet you and often stare or look a little caught off guard by you? This has happened to me many times. It's actually quite hilarious. I try to hold my laugh or my, because I just want to laugh, okay, when this happens, because I can sense it. But I feel like there's something here about that. And I think you startle people, okay? It's a very unexpected energy with Wheel of Fortune. And I just feel like, and it could be a plethora of reasons. Maybe people didn't expect you to be that beautiful. Maybe people didn't expect you to be, I don't know, et cetera, et cetera. Or you could be literally showing up and, causing a ruckus or being a catalyst for people that, you're serving a purpose to do that for. So what do I mean by that? One thing I've realized that, yes, heavy eye contact is very common amongst, twin flames or high level soulmates. But when it's one person doing it and the other person's not doing it back, that's when it's a catalyst almost. So I've noticed with me, I've seen a lot of people get kind of stuck on me, like in my eyes, but I wasn't feeling anything back. That's when I realized I was kind of downloading with them with something. That could be something here too. So if you've ever, like, maybe there's some of you watching and you're like, that's what that is. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay. You could be, again, with the karmic wheel as well too, showing up, and you're on a mission just by showing up, and just like meeting people, or, even within your family dynamic, changing something, because this wheel is very unstable. So it causes change. Your whole self could be a change in itself for others. So I feel like people may reject or dismiss you based upon that because they don't really like that feeling. Okay. It is quite alarming. It's not about you per se. It's just the vibe. Okay. So listen, yeah. Okay. Fate is coming through. Yes, I know, Spirit. Fate. This card has to do with fate. That's also kind of going hand in hand with what I just said. I think there's something about fated meetings, or people feel like when they meet you, it's fated, but it's a little too caught off guard. Now, you may also be, whoa, what's this? I'm hearing that those that have rejected and dismissed you in life were actually learning experiences. You were actually supposed to be rejected and dismissed by them. There was supposed to be a lesson in that. And don't ask me what that is. I'm not going to read the Akashic records, okay? This is a general reading. I just feel like some of you who have picked this, if you had to really look or think deeply about your life on who rejected you, as hurtful as it may be, those were learning experiences. There was something you needed to learn with that. So with this one, there's something even designed or fated within your life, like here in this moment, and rejection's a big part of it. Oh, okay. For some of you, you may be very lucky, okay? You may be very happy-go-lucky. Things work out for you. Things are always working out for you. Why are you always getting what you want? This is pissing people off. This is really pissing people off. It's so sad. It's really so sad. But it is what it is, right? We're on Earth. It's not that weird. It happens every day. I think some of you are just really living your best life. And I'm not saying that you have a Maserati, okay? We can be very happy and content with ourselves, and it doesn't have anything to do with materialistic things. But for some of you, it may. I think this is also why you're being rejected and dismissed, because it's just, you have this air of the Wheel of Fortune, which is luck. And not only that, your personality also, I'm getting like a very smiley person, like just nothing gets you down. Just like the wheel, you roll with the punches, what goes, goes, what comes in, comes. You're not too concerned about outcomes, you're just flowing through life. And in a world where most people are still in their ego and attached to control, that is that's a very jealous trait, okay? Some of you could also be very highly educated or very well-traveled. You're always going somewhere with the Wheel of Fortune. Adventure is here. That is going to be hard. When you are a person who, it's just like you're not experiencing those, but you're seeing somebody. And this may be even that these people are seeing you online and your posts, your pictures are dope. Like you're just kind of showing up here, there, everywhere, always at a party, always being, I don't know. And that's to these people, okay? Whoever these people are that are rejecting you. This makes them angry. So if you find, this is coming through, maybe for one people, if you find that, especially on social media, that people are just randomly unfollowing, and it could be people that I'm not talking about strangers, But let's say there's people that you've known in your life and all of a sudden they just randomly block you, or just, it's like, what just happened here? Like, I don't even know what just happened. Did we even have anything, like a dispute or anything? Like, it's just so random. That's what that is, okay? So there's something very interesting about your life, and it's real. This is not faking. This is not faking with the Wheel of Fortune. Like, this is real. This is your life. That could be for one person out there. Okay. What is this? I don't even know which show this is from, but I know this song, and this song is playing in my head. Moving on up to the east side. What is this? Moving on up to the east side. I don't know what this is. You're on a come up, okay? Girl or guy who's watching. You are on a come up. People are rejecting you along the way, but guess what? They're supposed to fall off, okay? They have to go. They're not meant to kind of go all the way with you. And this is what you want. Actually, I'm being told by Spirit that I need to say a little something about this. For this particular pile, if you find that as you're moving up in life or forward, and people are kind of falling off, you need to embrace it. You need to be like, peace, okay? Don't fight it. These people gotta go. There's something that's bothering about them, about like your come up. You know, they're not meant to follow. Yeah, I'm just seeing a really nice energy. I wonder if Sagittarius picked this. I'm not saying you're a Sagittarius. Don't knock the whole reading. But I just wonder if Sagittarius picks this, because Sagittarius is very happy-go-lucky. Like, you will never see those people in a bad mood, hardly, okay? I'm talking mainly about the women, not so much about the men, okay? Because I have a different view of the Sagittarius male. But it's interesting. I'm seeing that. Coworkers, oh goodness, coworkers are coming through. Coworkers might be rejecting you. Again, I don't know if you're a favorite or if you are just, again, on the come up. This actual Wheel of Fortune can, I don't know if many people out there have studied tarot, but it can actually indicate a promotion. I don't know if someone out there just got a promotion or is literally like the new person, but everything is really gelling, and people around are a little bit, I don't know, like frazzled by this. This may be for you. Yeah, there's something about the workplace that's coming through. I'm seeing a lot of cut-eye from like faraway desks, and I don't know what this is. I don't know that they're being too open about this. They might be a little bit passive. But if you're feeling a suspicion about coworkers, this is not a coincidence, okay? Especially not that you're receiving this through a reading. Okay, also with the Wheel of Fortune, you're not exactly the easiest to pin down, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune, you can't put this person on a schedule. This is also something that people don't like, and they're kind of giving up on you. And I don't get it twisted. It might even be like if you're a female watching, and friendships, new friendships that you're meeting. Maybe they're feeling like the energy is not coming back equally back, or you're just kind of like unexpected, like, you know, not the most on time. Maybe you're, you know, the queen of make it and break it. I got that from my own life, guys. People actually nicknamed me that. You are the queen of make it and break it. Oh, wow. What do you want me to do? Things come up, right? It's not like it's ill intentions. It's just life, right? That may be for some of you. Very stylish. I'm getting a very stylish person here. Like, really, I mean, it looks outwardly like a lot of work, but for you, it's not. So I don't know if you're doing something, and I'm actually seeing somebody who may have something with jackets or like fur. I don't know if it's fur. I don't know what this is. It's like jackets, interesting jackets, shoes, accessories, just like, you know how to put it all together and make it work. And it's different. It's not like you're even following the trend. You're making your own. This could also be something why people reject and dismiss you, is because maybe they can't hold a candle, so they don't even want to show up next to you. Oh, this is not nice. Okay. I'm seeing people eating popcorn, waiting for your downfall. This is not nice at all. I'm seeing the popcorn, like the movie theater popcorn, and just people are just waiting. They don't like how you bounce back from everything. Why are you bouncing back? I'm going to say with this pile too, people have maybe even tried to do some things to kind of like contribute to a downfall. And it could be family, could be friends in the past, I don't know. But How did you bounce back with the Wheel of Fortune? You know, I want to say with this pile, if you have a lot of people like that you don't really talk to on your social media, I want you to know that they're waiting. They're waiting for something. Even family that you have a suspicion about. Because I feel like with you, you're so amazing. There's almost like a block. So I don't think that people can like come to you and really show it to you at face value. I feel like there's a lot of passive aggressive energy here. So with you, you may be like, yeah, I've gotten that feeling, but nobody's really come forward about it. You know, it's just a sneaking suspicion I have. I want you to know with this one, you're very psychic with the wheel. I want you to believe it. Believe it, okay? But keep doing you. You're fabulous. You've got a lot going on. And I don't even see this whole downfall coming at all. You're just going to keep progressing. And as you keep progressing, you will find that more and more people will reject you and dismiss you. But it's just because of your fabulousness. And that's it. That's all. So just keep doing you. The right people will show up, especially with the wheel. This is just like we're only talking about like those that are rejecting you. I mean, that like another reading is for, you know, another reading would be for how much people love you. I feel like I do need to say a lot more people love you than, you know, reject you, okay, with this. But because the topic is what it is, we have to talk about that. But in no way am I saying, are you not loved or that people don't love you? That just would be for another reading, okay? So if you liked anything about this reading, if it resonated at all, please consider liking the video, comment. I love reading your guys' comments. And subscribe so that I can better pick up on your energy moving forward in future pick-a cards. Take care, guys.